this week's show, Mano y Mano. I'm J-Ro.
Wolfman.
And we're doing the UFC on Fuel TV 2 predictions for, it's what, on Saturday, April 14th?
Yes. Noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern, in the Ericsson Globe Arena, Stockholm, Sweden.
So it starts at noon?
Yes. It's gonna be early fights. Early, super early.
Cool. Something you want to tell the fans out there?
Oh yeah. Got a winner. For the last contest. You want an autograph little postcard of Mike Pyle? Mike Pyle? No.
Mike Pierce.
Mike Pierce, there we go.
Not quick.
YouTube user Jace D. Ofa. Hope I'm saying that right. You'll be contacted, you'll get your prize in the mail shortly.
We didn't forget.
No, don't worry about that.
All right, so we're gonna get onto the picks, main card. We're doing the main card. We're gonna start off with the main event.
Yes, sir.
I want to say there's six fights.
6 fights on the main card, 6 fights on the prelims.
This is a very good card, so let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
First fight, or actually main event, we have Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. How come I can't say that right? Gustafsson
versus Thiago Silva.
This is actually a phenomenal fight, phenomenal main event. So let me talk about the Mauler real quick. He's actually got a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He trains at Alliance MMA. He's been boxing since the age of 10.
Wow. So
he likes to stand and bang. He currently has a 4-fight win streak. His only loss was to Mr. Wonderful via Anaconda choke. So he's a good fighter, man.
Thiago Silva coming back from a year suspension due to falsified urine sample because he was not clean, to say it that way. He trains out of American Top Team, ATT, out there in Florida. Black belt, Jiu-Jitsu, but prefers a stand-up game because he has power behind his hands. He only has 2 losses, believe it or not.
2?
Yeah, only 2. That's pretty bad. That's major. That year suspension, he fought Brandon Vera, destroyed him, I thought.
Yeah.
That was ruled a no contest, hence him not passing the whole drug test and whatnot. Other than that, this guy's a beast.
Yeah, he basically said, you know, he was taking some stuff because he was still suffering from his back
injuries that he fought Sugar Rashad with. So
and he said he needed to feed his family and so on. He needed to fight. So
money.
I mean, either way,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Who you going?
Oh, you want me?
Yeah, you started off.
Okay. Thiago Silva.
I actually think this would be easy fight for Thiago if he takes it to the ground, because Alexander's weakness is on the ground.
On the ground.
So I'm actually going with Thiago as well. I'm not sure who's favored in this fight, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at the odds.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm going with Thiago.
Same her.
Hopefully he doesn't gas out. Let's see. And hopefully he's clean.
Hopefully his back doesn't hurt this time. Alright.
On to the next fight. Co-main event. We have Brian, the All-American Stan.
Versus Alessio Legionarius.
Spell that for me?
Sakara.
This is actually a really good fight because both these guys like to stand and bang. Brian Stan actually trains at Jackson Submission Fighting out there with Greg Jackson and
GSP,
all those
guys.
The strange thing is that Brian Stan actually has a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Haven't seen him use it too much. And check this out. This is an interesting fact. He has a black belt in Marine Corps Martial Arts Program.
Dude, they're no joke though.
Yeah. So
he's some wicked stuff. Yeah, not gonna lie.
I was like, what is that? And so I looked it up, so I saw a little background on it. Check it out, YouTube it. It's actually its initials are MCMAP, Marine Corps Martial Arts Program. Anyways, Brian Stan likes to stand and bang. We know that. He's coming off a loss to Chael Sonnen. Sonnen dominated him on the ground. Just
went to work immediately.
That's Stan's weakness. He has to learn how to stop the takedown, and I mean he actually defended himself for a round and a half, but I mean Chael just put a pressure on him that nobody does, you know. So we'll see what happens.
Sakara. another ATT fighter, American Top Team, black belt, also in jiu-jitsu. First stand-up game though. Guy has wicked power and he has sick tattoos. Just This guy's been around I guess you could say UFC. It's his 13th fight in the UFC. He's been around for a while. He's coming off a loss against Chris Weidman. That was an upset loss because that was Weidman's debut. So that was tough luck for him. But little fun fact: he's also a pro boxer.
Yes. He
has only one loss, and I think he's like 8-1 pro boxing.
Yeah, these guys are gonna stand and bang. I don't see this fight going to the ground at all.
It would be lucky if this fight gets out of the first round.
Yeah, it's just basically gonna come down to who has a better chin.
Yeah.
Who has better boxing skills, I should say.
Who you got though?
I'm going with the All-American.
Are you really?
I think he has more power.
I'm going with All-American also. He just seems like a bigger dude.
Yeah, I definitely think he has the better chin. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if Alessio picks him apart.
Oh yeah. We've seen it done before, but I'm going All-American.
Next fight, we have Paulo Thiago versus I don't know. Say the name.
Sayar the Great Bahaduzada. We'll try that.
The Great.
The Great. Let's call him the Great. Sayar the Great.
A little bit about Paulo Thiago. He has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, a black belt in judo, and he has a boxing background. He trains at Team Constructor. He's coming off a win versus David Mitchell. Before that, he was coming off 2 straight losses in a row, so he definitely needs to win this fight.
A little bit about Sayar the Great. He trains under the Golden Glory banner, I guess you can say. This is his debut. All-around fighter, 6-fight win streak, and just to add to it, he is the former Shuto light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I didn't even know who Sayar was until he beat John Alessio.
Yes.
In March of last year. I was like, who is this guy? And then he beat John Alessio. And anybody who knows John Alessio, the natural, very good fighter. So, who are you rolling with?
The Great.
You're going with the Great?
Yeah, I think he has more experience. He's 20-4.
Oh man, this is gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna go with Sayar as well. I think I don't know. Paulo's just been in a little losing streak, and I think Sayar is gonna be stronger than him. So
I think so as well.
We both agree. On to the next one.
Yes, sir.
We have Dennis the Menace Seaver
versus Diego the Gun Nunes.
A little bit about Dennis Seaver. This is his first fight at 145 pounds. So let's see if he can make the weight.
Yeah.
He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt in taekwondo. And he's known for kickboxing though.
Yeah. His spinning back kick, I guess you would say.
It's like a heel kick or something, I don't know.
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's to the liver, it hurts. He trains at a Team MMA Spirit. His last loss was to Cowboy, where Cowboy just destroyed him. Destroyed him. I mean, I thought that was actually going to be a decent fight. Boy, was I wrong. Cowboy just worked him. Before that, he had a 4-fight win streak. So
yeah, the Gun. He fights out of Black House MMA with Nogueira, Anderson, all those guys. He's coming off a win against Manville, the Anvil. Gamburian. It's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. It's an all-around fighter. His losses are only by decision. And here's a little fact: ever since he came over to the WEC/UFC, all his fights went to decision. All 8 of them. 2 of them, obviously, he was on the wrong side of. But before all that, he was a finisher. So he can be in question for being a John Finch, as you can say.
He's John Finching it?
Yeah.
This fight is going to be, I think it's actually going to be a good fight. Dennis Seaver is probably going to be the bigger fighter. But
yeah, because guys are built.
I'm just wondering about the whole weight cut, how that's going to affect him. Who are you rolling with?
The Gun.
I'm going with Diego Nunes as well. I think Diego, his ground game is a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, coming out of Black House, come on.
Yeah, come on. Got all those guys over there.
So we agree again.
Yeah. It's non-stop. Let's keep it rolling.
On to the next one. We have DeMarquez Darkness Johnson versus
John the One McGuire.
Say Jerry Maguire?
Show me the money!
A little bit about Darkness. He likes his skills are boxing, and he has a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. He trains at Elite Performance. He's coming off a win versus Clay Harbison. Basically, his last 4 fights are alternating win-loss. Yeah. So he's been inconsistent to say the least. But this fight is contested at 170 pounds.
Welterweight. A little bit about the One. Fights out of a Tsunami Gym. 6-fight win streak. He's a ground fighter. Brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but he's not afraid to stand. So he'll let his hands go. He's not afraid. He's not one of those guys just like, I don't know, I guess you could say Paul Harris. Paul Harris goes strictly to heel hook. He's not like one of those guys. He's not afraid to stand.
Who are you rolling with?
I had to go with Darkness.
I'm going to disagree on this one. I'm going with John McGuire. I don't know if this is the upset. Like I said, I haven't checked the Vegas odds on this, but I think John McGuire's ground game is a lot better than Darkness. Sorry, Darkness, if you see this, but hey, I'm looking at the skills here, and I'm going with McGuire to beat you.
I got you, Darkness. I'm picking you to win.
On to the last fight on the main card. We have Brad One Punch Pickett
versus Damasio, the Angel of
Death
Page.
A little bit about Brad Pickett. Another fighter that trains at American Top Team.
ATT.
His skill set is is pretty much all around. He's not great at any one thing, but he doesn't mind going to the ground. He doesn't mind banging. You know, he'll go wherever the fight takes it. He's coming off a loss to Renan Barao. He got caught in the rear naked. So he's actually a decent fighter, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, Damasio Page, Greg Jackson fighter out there in New Mexico. All-around fighter. 2-fight losing streak by a what? Guillotine choke. Brian Bowles was the last one, I guess, to do it.
Brian Bowles caught him twice in a guillotine.
It looked like an instant replay. No life in the first fight. And quick fact, started his own promotion. It's called Southwest Cage Fighting. So if he's done when he's retired, he just has a little fallback career. There you go.
These are some small guys. You know, they're fighting at 135 pounds. I don't know. We're gonna see some banging here.
Yeah, these guys go at it like crazy.
Who are you rolling with?
I think he needs to get out of the funk. I'm going with Damasio.
I actually agree. I think Damasio bangs here. I just hope. I mean, you figure training at Greg Jackson's, he'd be a little bit more controlled in his striking, but he just goes out there and just wails. So hopefully he can control himself a little bit, keep his head out when he goes for a takedown. I'm going with Damasio. He needs to win this fight anyways. Yes. Otherwise, he might be on the chopping block.
Yeah, it is.
So that's pretty much our predictions for UFC on Fuel TV 2. Saturday, April 14th.
Noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Ericsson Globe Arena, Stockholm, Sweden.
Good fight card. And again, this is just the main card. We also have the prelims coming up soon.
Yep. Look out for that.
I'm J-Ro.
Wolfman.
Till the next time.
Peace.